Maytag Neptune, the most expensive washer ever?
Where is Paul Harvey? We need him now.
How did you get... Wait, Paul who?
Sounds like clickbait, but it's probably true. Before I explain why, let me ask you something. When did Maytag die? A lot of people will swear they see Maytag everywhere. But a Maytag product less than 20 years old is a Whirlpool with a Maytag badge. And if you paid extra for the name, well, the Whirlpool beside it is the same machine for less. Not clickbait, just facts. And the kicker? The Maytag Neptune, a genuinely good product, was likely the nail in the coffin for Maytag. A perfect case study in clamshell economics. When the Neptune launched, Maytag and Whirlpool were locked in a race to the pricing floor. Both companies were barely making enough money to keep the lights on. Maytag had a solid upper mid-range identity and had just acquired Amana and Gen Air brands with a real quality pedigree. Instead of building a strong middle, they cheapened the products and tried to coast on the names. Why? I still don't know. The company I worked for at the time became the factory servicer for Neptune. And we liked the machine. A full-sized front loader, great cleaning, gentle on the clothes. I thought top loaders were done, finished. But it had a flaw. The front seal. Water would sit in it, went sour, customers hated the smell. We had workarounds, but it was a problem. Two Maytag service managers came to town, rare in those days, and took me out for lunch. After the usual corporate talk, they asked, "What are your impressions of the Neptune?" Perfect. My chance. It's good, I said, but the front seal's a problem. Customers really hate it. Their response? Not what I expected. Look, we want our service companies to be dialed in on this product. If you can't do that, we will find someone who can. A rebuke, no subtlety. For what it's worth, I owned a Maytag pair myself. With basic maintenance, it ran almost 20 years, and I eventually gave it away when we redid our laundry room. I was a believer. It was a good product, and just like most things, it needed some tweaking. Eventually, Maytag issued a recall. New seal, new control board, new programming. Years later, Daewoo designed a system that rinsed the gasket every wash, a total fix. But before Maytag could learn from it, they were buried in a class action lawsuit. They lost, and that was that. Other brands had similar issues, but they had the financial cushion to survive. Maytag, not so much. I've often wondered if institutional arrogance killed the Neptune and took Maytag with it. If service managers everywhere dismissed early warnings the way those two did, the engineers never had a chance. Maytag's collapse cost consumers billions. Whirlpool scooped up the remains, slapped lower quality products under the old badges, and then mined the reputations. Today, Whirlpool is profitable, but the middle of the market is gone. Less competition, higher prices, lower quality. All because the company was too blue to hear criticism. When a company rep gives me a line that sounds like, "We're too good to accept your critique," I get worried. Really worried.
Whirlpool paid $1.7 billion for the cups of Maytag and then charged us billions more in higher prices. It's a $10 billion heist.
Check your math, Jordan. Whirlpool didn't direct bill $1.7 billion to the consumer. there was a 5% price hike. But some will argue appliances were drastically discounted prior to Whirlpool's taking over Maytag.
Okay, I'll walk back the 10 billion claim. Let's look at the real number. $300 million a year. That's the no competition tax we've been paying since the merger.
So, what now? You're a pirate? Come on, it's not a tax. It's called lost opportunity costs. Economists are going to debate what the actual amounts are all day, every day.
Look at you go! Thanks for making it here. You're a real person of distinction. We will be back soon.